Hey Scorpio, welcome to your July 2019 Tarot and Astrology reading. Welcome back to the channel. So Scorpio's July, very big month. A lot of different kinds of energy actually. It's very astrologically interesting. We have this sort of split between the sign of Cancer and the sign of Leo in the skies. Leo, like you, is a fellow fixed sign. Cancer, like you, is a fellow water sign. Not only that, we have two eclipses and they are happening in cardinal energy. And as you know, you're a fixed sign. You don't like to take orders, and these eclipses want to lead you. What about a bit of sweet surrender when these occur? What about just letting the feelings of the Cancer eclipse on the 3rd? What about just letting the emotions come out? And what about for the Capricorn eclipse, the full moon Capricorn eclipse, what about just letting people talk? And what about just listening and hearing what they have to say? Because this is definitely a month where career-wise, you're going to be forging your own path ahead. High Priestess, Intuition, 7 of Cups, Possibility, Page of Pentacles, Opportunity, and 8 of Cups, Change. You're going after your dreams that match your inner guidance system. You are listening to your inner guidance system when it comes to your career. Mars in Leo, it enters Leo on the 1st. And as I say, fellow fixed energy, Mars is your traditional ancient ruler. And to have it in your career zone means boom, all systems go. 8 of Cups, as we know, and I'm using the Oceanic deck because it's Cancer season and it's watery. But in the traditional cards, we see the person walking forward away from some cups, which means that they're going after something else. They're going after their dreams. If you are a Scorpio who is very intuitive and very interested in astrology and tarot and things, you may find some kind of career link there if you don't already have it. Page of Pentacles presents an opportunity, a message. It can also be that Capricorn lunar eclipse in your 3rd house of communications, messages to do with work possibly. But Scorpio, you have to be open enough to receive these messages. You can't be closed off. You can't be giving that defensive energy that you do sometimes. We do it. I'm a Scorpio myself. We know that sometimes you can be as closed off as any other sign, and Cancer can do the same thing. They can be in their shell and they can be very self-protective to the point they block off the stuff that would enhance them, because sometimes when you try to protect yourself from growth, you'll be stunted and then you'll wonder why you're not blooming. So with the eclipses that want to guide you, the cardinal guidance, the leadership, you would do very well to just be open to hearing what other people have to say. 3 of Wands, motivation. As I said, Mars in Leo, Scorpio, exceptionally motivated, wanting to charge ahead in your career, following your dreams, following your passions. 7 of Pentacles, potential. So you want to know there is potential with what you're going after. You need to know that actually. Very strongly in this season, you need to know that everything in your life has potential. With eclipses, sometimes you have to be willing to let certain things go when you realize they've reached an expiry date. But more so, I think eclipses want to give you energy rather than take it away from you. But as I said, you need to know very strongly this month if it's got potential or not. You know, whatever it is you're thinking of, be a relationship, be a career, be it a family situation, you need to see the potential. 3 of Swords in your positive. 10 of Pentacles in your challenge. And the Queen of Wands, the outcome. Okay, so a lot of you Scorpios are dealing in significant doses in July with a fire sign, but it can also represent that Leo energy rather than a person. And the 7 of Cups, possibility underneath. Now, let's have a little closer look. If you can see. You don't have to look, you can just listen. Whatever suits you. 3 of Swords in your positive position. Is there anywhere else you'd rather see this card? For me, seeing the 3 of Swords here means you're healing from some kind of heartbreak. And you know how to heal a heartbreak. You don't suppress it underneath and hope that it just goes away. You have to let it bubble to the surface. That's all about this water eclipse. The emotions that are lying within you that haven't seen the light of day will bubble to the surface and they will be released. There will be tears, probably. There always is in Cancer season, to be fair. There's always tears. But what I'm seeing for Scorpios is that whatever emotional release that you go through in July, whatever dead weight does drop, it releases within you that Phoenix moment that you so often have. And Phoenix is a bird of fire, right? So the Queen of Wands up at the top is, to me, saying, Scorpio, that you have your fire moment and you come out a more passionate, empowered person. And that's so important because sometimes Scorpio being a fixed sign, and you'll notice it actually with Mercury retrograding in Leo for the first bit, because it will retrograde back into Cancer. And when Mercury's in Leo, up until Mercury goes retrograde, you're more inclined to want that attention, to want and need attention. And when you then realize you're in the spotlight, just as your emotions bubble up to the surface, you absolutely hate it because you don't want people to see your vulnerability. But maybe you have the right audience to see it. That may need to be where you change your game a little. Certain people in your life, possibly fire signs, because we know that fire signs, and one of the reasons Scorpio and fire signs have this weird energy is because they're so open and you're so secretive, and that will constantly pull you in and out of each other's lives. And the other thing is, Scorpio as a Mars ruled sign, you are sort of the guest fire sign, which explains why they come up so often in your readings. But what I'm saying here is that some people need you to be a little bit more open, and I think the eclipse energy is going to serve its purpose that way. Especially when we get to the Capricorn full moon lunar eclipse in your sector of communication. Because with Mercury being retrograde, it can really cause problems with our communication, but it's not every day you get an eclipse there. And we actually did back in January. It was a new moon eclipse in Capricorn, right? And now we're seeing in the last 6 months or so just how much has changed in the way that you talk to people, in the way that you interact with people. What you're willing to put forward, what you're not willing to put forward has all been a big topic of conversation. But one of the things Scorpio didn't anticipate in the last 6 months that has occurred is the openness of your own heart without necessarily seeking to do it. You've been talking more, and that's coming across here. So what is all this meant to do for you, Scorpio? Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. Yeah. There's people for sure want to support you and want to talk to you. For some it's fire signs, for some it's earth, for some it's all of them. We'll go into it more in the extended reading as well, but if you're dealing with a fire sign or an earth sign that you need more from in July, you will get more if you need it. For some Scorpios, I do see the fact that the Three of Swords is in your positive position as an indicator that maybe you have more than one option. Okay? The funny thing is, Venus in Cancer is going to... It does wonders for your romantic life, Scorpio, being watery energy. And again, that cardinal energy, Venus wants to lead you towards things, but you can lead a horse to water, you just can't make it drink. What I mean by that is that there's so many opportunities being led towards you in Cancer season that are wonderful, but you still have to do the drinking. And I think the problem here with the Ten of Pentacles in your challenge is that sometimes too much of a good thing puts you off. You know, Scorpio it's all part of your journey, but sometimes Scorpios, whenever they get someone that they care about giving them all, they recoil. I just see it happen all the time with Scorpio people. And sometimes as well, when you get the career of your dreams, again, you can get lazy. The thing about that is, Scorpio, it's just that you as an evolving sign, the sign of death and rebirth, every so often you need that challenge. And the eclipses give you that. They give you the opportunities, but they give you the challenge too. If you feel like there's a little bit of adversity and strife in July, it's only because the universe knows that's what you need in order to see the opportunities that are in front of you, be it a fire sign, be it an earth sign, be it your career, be it your financial situation. Six of Pentacles means generosity is coming for you in a big way. But Scorpios don't do handouts, especially not emotionally. So we will draw a goddess guidance card. And we'll go as well in the mid-monthlies, because I want to go more into the Capricorn full moon in the mid-monthlies. But for now, it's more to do with that Cancer eclipse. Maeve, cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. Honor your emotions. Three of Swords. There's a reason that color scheme kind of goes, isn't there? Scorpio, there's a lot of people wanting in. And I do feel with the Capricorn full moon eclipse, and we'll talk about that more in the extended, but we'll also talk about that more in the mid-monthly. There's people that want to have conversations with you. You may have noticed this back in January. I was talking about it in January, how a lot of people were getting in touch, a lot of people were messaging. There's more of that to come, and it's on a grander scale. A grander scale. You're going to notice in the run-up towards the full moon after the Cancer eclipse just how many people have been kind of holding you in their heart but not talking about it, and all of a sudden it comes out. And the reason that seems to be is because of the energy shift within you, where you want to talk about your feelings, and when you put it out there, it can come back to you. The universe can't always hear your secrets. So if you want something, sometimes just saying it out loud, just admitting it, gives you that release, and then it comes back to you. There are possibly, with the Three of Swords here in the positive position, I do sort of get the vibe, Scorpio, that people that wronged you are either going to give you the apologies that you'd been hoping to hear, or they're going to give you the attention that they didn't give you, or all of a sudden they're going to start pouring all this stuff to you. Could be the fire or the earth signs. But I get this vibe of people giving. And you get very suspicious of that in many ways, but in other ways, it opens up a whole new conversation for you that you possibly needed. In terms of work, in terms of business, you will 100% get the energy that you put into this with Mars and Leo. Okay? 10 of Pentacles here means that with work, again, you are going to get out what you put in. 10 of Pentacles is a completion type energy, so maybe you sort of realize the job you're in has come to it's extended its expiry slightly and you are done. If it is not that case, you're ready to rise up in the ranks, and I do think that's entirely possible, either by a Queen of Wands, a Queen of Pentacles, whatever. It doesn't have to be female, just that type of energy. They want to give you something for your hard work, for your success. And just know with the 10 of Pentacles and the challenge that whatever you get this month isn't because of luck, it's because of you. So we'll go more into these guys in the extended. We'll go more into the overall energies card by card into the extended reading. But if we leave it here, Scorpio, love you guys. And I will see you in the mid-monthlies for July for that Capricorn full moon, because it's going to be big. Bye, Scorpio.